Hello everyone. Welcome to your art card reading for Wednesday, June 24th. I'm going to say an invocation to get the reading started. I call in everyone who needs this reading today. And everyone who comes in, I call in your guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, and allies to aid in the reading for the collective. Make this reading be clear, concise, and easy for those who need it to understand, and easy for those who need it to take action upon. I call in all of my guides, guardians, angels, ancestors, and allies to aid me in this reading for today, with the intention for the highest and best of all involved. Make me a hollow bone for this reading. Make the words flow through the higher selves of those who need it through mine and through my mouth and into their ears in a language that's clear, concise, and easy for those who need it to understand and easy for those who need it to take action upon. All this in perfect love, perfect trust, harm to none, or for the highest and best of all involved, or something better, and so it is, so mote it be. Okay, welcome to this art card reading. I'm going to shuffle the cards to get all the energy into the cards as I introduce myself. My name is Trisha Dietrich. I'm a visionary artist, a creative arts practitioner, and a psychic channel. And I do these art card readings. These are things that I do for myself. And I am just doing it to offer you a little bit of insight. Welcome. If you found me here, there's a reason. Most people don't find me unless there is a deeper reason. So I encourage you to listen to the rest of the reading if you're feeling that little pull in your belly, because odds are you really need to hear it. This is a very pivotal time in history. A lot is changing in the world. We are left with so many choices. And the reason why I do this work is because I want people to know that they can do this themselves. If you're interested in learning how to do this divination practice for yourself so that you're not running around to different psychics trying to get information from other people's authority, and you want to access your own inner authority, check out my website. And with that, I'm going to pick a card and we're going to get started. This is the card. Okay, so we're coming up against an edge here. See how it's an edge, but it's not a very distinct edge. The differences in the colors between this line is not very different. It's almost like we're coming up against a road, like a gravel road in the middle of the country after we've been walking in a meadow for days. And there's a sigh of relief here, like, oh, finally I've come to a road and I'm done walking through the grassy meadow, dealing with all the ticks and the mosquitoes and the bugs and the water puddles. Finally, I can walk on some solid ground. And the ground is solid. You can trust the solidity of what is coming into your life, and it's probably going to come in before you can see it, right? So when you're walking in a grassy field, grassy meadow, you can't see a road. You just see an indentation in the landscape. You've been walking towards this indentation in the landscape for what feels like ages. It's probably been days. I'm getting days, maybe months, but this is more of a short-term thing. It's not, it's just you going along in your journey, you're headed in the right direction and it's hard and you're wondering if it's the right direction. And then you see a road and it gives you a little bit more hope, and it should. But what's interesting about this road is that you have a lot of choices, because it's not the direction that you were initially heading. See how there's this little circle here that represents us. This road goes like this, and it's got some different offshoots, but really you're looking at this point right here in the road. You have some choices on whether you're going to cross the road and keep walking through the meadow, or whether you're going to take the road, because it's going to take you in a different direction. And so I'm going to start painting this little road. See where it goes. Okay, so even though this road is going to make your life easier for a little bit, it's going to take you the long way to what you truly want. So this is where ease and convenience aren't always the best way. So whatever you're hit with, and it's going to not really hit with, but it's an opportunity that comes out of nowhere that's going to seemingly make your life better. Just know that that opportunity is going to be the long way around what you truly want, because it's a test. It's a test of strength. Do you have the strength to keep walking through the meadow and use this little break in the meadow as a resting point? Or are you done and you just want the easiest way, most convenient way? It's seemingly the path of least resistance, but it's not the quickest way to what you truly, truly want in your heart to cultivate in your life. You're gonna have to walk through that meadow again, okay? To get to what you truly want in your life. And you're gonna have to just maybe stop and rest in the road. But the road's not gonna take you to what you truly desire in the fastest way. What it's going to do is give you a little bit of a reprieve. You're going to rest and just walk the easy way. Walk the way that's less stressful for your body, less intense. But it's going to take longer. This way, if you keep on walking on this road, there's not as many places where you can get off and get to the same destination. And you're going to feel that in your body. Like, man, I'm sick of walking on this road now, because there's different things the sun is beating down on you. There's no shade. So it's easier to walk. It's easier to not brush up against all those plants, all those things, and have to deal with them. My body is less overstimulated by all the plants it's rubbing up against, but the sun is starting to beat down on my head now. And I'm getting sick of this. You're going to feel that if you take this road, but walking it's going to be the path of least resistance, because there's nothing, it's just a clearly paved out road. But you're going to feel like you want to get off of it, and you won't be able to. It'll take you longer to get off that road to end up back at this point than it will to just cross the road and keep trudging through. So you have a choice to make. Do you want to stay there and rest your body, and then keep walking? Or do you want to walk the road of least resistance that's easier, but will take you longer to get you to what you truly desire? This is a metaphor for opportunities I'm getting, like career opportunities, jobs, different things where your life is stressful right now because you are building your dream. You're living your dream, you're building it, and it's fucking hard. It's just hard. And you're coming up against a bunch of things that are just, you're slogging through the meadow and the swamp, and it's just exhausting. And so this road is a choice for you. Do you either want to take the path of least resistance? That path is eventually going to burn you out, and you're going to get tired just in a different way. And it's going to take you longer to get to fulfilling your dreams and desires. Or, so that is one way, and that's a very valid way. Very valid. Just because it takes longer doesn't mean that you shouldn't do it. Doesn't mean that you're pussing out because you're taking the path of least resistance. It might be the best way for your body and for your mind and spirit to get to what you truly want. Because walking in all of this unknown here, it requires more resources. You have to take better care of your body. You have to walk at a pace that you can handle. And and it's more intense. There's more unknowns there than there is walking on a road. So maybe getting a part-time job. This is just an example, but please apply this to a situation in your life. You're doing something and you feel the fulfillment of it. You know that you're headed in the right direction with what you're doing. You know this is your life's work. You know this is what you were born here to do, and it's exhausting you and it's depleting your resources. Then you're presented with an opportunity that will make your life a little bit easier. But you know that it's not part of your life's path to do this forever. So you have a choice to make as to how long you want to do this, and how deep into this alternative road you want to go. Do you want to, if you're taking like a part-time job, this has to do with how deep into that job do you want to get? Do you want to get promoted and have more responsibility, which means more money, which means more comfort, and put your dream on the shelf and do it when you can? That's going to be more comfortable for you in a lot of different ways, but you're going to burn out eventually and get sick of it. And then it's going to take longer for you to get off that path and back onto the meadow, because there's no other, there's some little side roads here, which is kind of interesting. Okay, there are other little choices that you're going to take if you take this along the way, that you're not seeing. So there's other little side roads that you can take that will guide you through the meadow. Little offshoots here. That will make it easier. See how there's little offshoots, but they're not the same as the road. Let's paint those and see what these offshoots have to say, because you might not be on there as long as what I'm saying. What's coming to me with this is be keen and keep your eye out, because these little opportunities to take shortcuts aren't going to be obvious. They're going to come in a way that's disguised as something else. So it might be like you meet someone for one reason and then find out that they can help you fulfill your dreams in a completely unrelated way than what you met that person for. And that person might come up in your job. Ooh, might come up in this little road that you take. And that might be the whole reason why you take it. Why you take this is to just find a reprieve, and then you find someone or a way that lets you keep going closer toward your dream with the path of least resistance than just walking straight through the meadow with all the bugs and the ticks and the sun and the water. And so you have a choice. You have a choice to take the road and see what happens. Take a chance. See if you're going to meet someone else that's going to help you get closer to your dreams in an unrelated way. That's your first choice, to take the path of least resistance and see where it takes you. If you take this path, just always keep your dream in mind. Put it in front of what you're doing at all times. It can live in your heart, and you don't always have to act on your dreams. Sometimes you need to let them sit so that they can germinate and evolve a little bit more in your heart before you start living them. So that's what you can do if you decide to take this path of least resistance. So that's your first choice. Take the path of least resistance and keep your dream in the forefront of your heart, and look for opportunities to arise in places that you didn't intend for them to arise, because that's going to get you closer to your dream by also taking the path of least resistance. Your second choice, when you are approached with this opportunity, is to make it a short reprieve, almost like you're resting in the middle of the road, just resting your bones in a place that's comfortable. This is going to be a short-lived reprieve. So this might mean that you do this thing for just a couple months in preparation for continuing on the same path that you had been on. That is going to be the way that's going to take the most resources. So it's not a good way, it's not a bad way. It's just know that if you're going to do this, it's going to take more resources than the path of least resistance, but you might get there faster. And you're also going to run into some opportunities along the way in that. And those opportunities, this is just going to be a more intense journey for you. So if you like intensity, some people love intensity and they get really bored when there's a lack of it. This is probably where you should be. It's the most alive journey, okay? You're not going to burn out. You're not going to get bored. You're going to have to stay on your toes because you're going to have to monitor your resources and make sure that you can keep showing up for this big dream that is just the only thing that you're really focusing on. You don't have to split your energies with something that's a path of least resistance, but not really headed towards your dream at this moment. If you take this journey, just make sure you have enough resources. Those are the two choices. I'm going to start coloring, see if I get some more information. Choose wisely, because your choice now has long-term effects on your future. So make a choice that isn't necessarily the easiest, but the choice that's going to be the most workable is what I'm getting. The most workable, realistic choice for you to do over the long term. So there's a lot of stuff about follow your dream, no matter what. Do it no matter what. And I don't think that this is a different interpretation of that. This is, there's not a lot of explanation with that, right? We're told to follow our dreams no matter what. And that's it. Sometimes following your dream no matter what involves taking the path of least resistance, knowing that it's going to take you a little bit longer to fulfill your dream, but once you that path helps you learn how to focus on your dream in the midst of other things. So it helps you focus on what's most valuable to you when you're unable to live in a way that you think is the quickest, sexiest, most intense, most adventurous way to go about it. It's a more mature, practical way of approaching life, knowing that you're going to have to make sacrifices and commit your energies in other places in order to make your dreams become reality in the most sustainable way for your body, mind, and spirit, and for those around you. So this is a lesson in that. It's a wonderful crossroads because you're going to have choices. You're going to have a lot of opportunities here to go about things in a little bit different way, or to keep going, but you will have a short reprieve in the intensity that you're feeling right now. So I hope that this helps you. This is the card. So this represents you coming across a crossroads, and see, there's all these little side roads here. And so these are your different opportunities to take. Choose wisely is what keeps coming up. Choose wisely and make the choice for sustainability. And the biggest lesson here and the biggest precautionary message that's coming out is do not burn yourself out. This is a lesson in learning how to not burn yourself out and looking around for opportunities to tend to all of you and not just hyper focusing on that one thing that you want in your life, that one thing that if you had it, everything else would transform itself. This is an opportunity to see that there is more than one way to get there. And that just because something takes longer doesn't mean that it's not the right way, not the wrong way. There's no right or wrong here. This is teaching you how to assess things that are in this dynamic gray area that the majority of our life falls under, and not a black and white situation. So I hope this helps you discern a little bit better when you get this opportunity. And if you want an individual reading about this opportunity, I offer these individual readings for people. You can do it online or in person, and I would love to help you further. So thank you for joining me today. I wish you all the opportunity in the world for you to fulfill your dreams and for you to know instinctively, without a doubt, what the best way to take action upon your dreams is, and that you get what you are seeking. All this or something better for your highest and best. And so it is, so mote it be. And with that, this connection that we have made to, you've made to me, and that we've made to the collective is now open, but never broken. I hope to see you again, and happy travels. I'm Trisha Dietrich with Sacred Source Studios. Have a wonderful month.